Hi.
Oh, sorry, are we... So, should we talk now?
Just say whatever you want to say.
So,
you can always
I think
cut it later.
This started with a throwaway suggestion on my website, Impeach Tony Blair, and I'd actually put out several more suggestions before that, and people had said, "What a wonderful idea! Let's do that," and everything had fallen flat.
And I pinched it.
But then when I just suggested this one, this one ran with it, and got out her whips and chains and
yes.
And forced it forward, and that's how it happened.
We decided that we could actually produce something for Christmas, for a Christmas stocking. We originally thought it would be 20 minutes, and as you know now that it's 60 minutes. But we had such a wealth of talent, and by August the 31st we had 140 minutes of absolutely quality pieces.
Starting with Alicia's piece.
Starting with Alicia's piece.
Really? The first poem that was sent in.
Yes. Yeah, I put a poem
and there
up
was
on the site.
Yeah, and there were so many that we had to form a selection committee with Stephanie, who's our musical director.
And then I heard Match Girls, which was something that Stephanie had written a long time ago. And I thought, well, isn't that perfect? Because it had a line in it that was absolutely, I could see that it was a line that was so perfect. It was we three. Sorry, so say that again.
Well, it was. I think I can't. No, it was. I
saw three. Yes, I saw three ships come sailing by on Christmas Day, and I suddenly heard in my ear the sound of a bomb and a bomber, and I said, well, why don't we change that to I saw three bombers flying by? And that in a kind of way has become our anthem, because it's a child saying, I am being bombed to pieces, I am dying. I can hear overhead the machinery of war, and I have no way of having a future. Please give me a future. But
and then we got Heathcote Williams' song, poem, which also had that theme, as said by a Iraqi child.
Yes.
Who is throwing these bombs at us? Why don't they think about the people in the street below? And so that's a very, very powerful poem, which Maxine Peake has very kindly recorded for us up in Manchester.
And then a miracle of miracles was that we were looking up all the people who had been let down by the Chilcot inquiry, and one of them was Peter Brierley, whose son Sean was killed in 203 in Iraq, and we contacted him, and he said, oh well, you know, I'll do anything I can to be part of this. And I said, well, surely you have something that you've written. And he said, well, I haven't, but my son Craig wrote a wonderful poem, eulogy, for his brother. And I said, well, please, can we have it? Can we see it? And it's been recorded. And it's the saddest thing, because he's actually talking about losing someone who was his best friend, who was his brother, and who was fighting for this country, but at the end of the day, fighting on the basis of a lie. And that's the saddest thing for a family to have to live with, that their son not only gave his life for his country, but gave his life for his country on the premise of a lie. And they've been campaigning ever since, and Peter does absolutely brilliant, wonderful stuff, and he is determined that the world will know that Tony Blair brought this war about and brought it on a lie, and his son lost his life because of it.
And the best thing was that the news about the leaked memo, which exposes the fact, unarguably, that Blair was lying and was actually planning to go to bomb Iraq a year before he's ever admitted having made the decision. It was published by, of all papers, the Mail on Sunday.
Yes.
Yesterday, the day before we came into the studio, and it was like manna from heaven. What a gift.
Unbelievable.
So we knew that there was nothing contentious about what we were saying or singing today. It was all backed up by absolute facts. So that was our gift, wasn't it?
It was, and we've done this not just to impeach Tony Blair. We've done it so that any monies that come from this CD, and we hope there will be obviously quite a lot of interest, will go to help the children of Iraq, because it is they who are suffering. It is they who wake up every day not knowing where their home is. It's they who have no right for an education, no right for a future. And it's been taken from them, and I repeat this, on a falsehood. And that is what is so tragic. The people who have made millions and billions of pounds out of selling a falsehood and taking millions of people's lives and changing the world into a world of despair.
And they did it, in this particular instance, in our name.
Yes.
They did it in our name. We didn't give them the right to do it.
No.
They took our name for granted. We are nobody as far as they're concerned, but we will make sure that all those people who have not got a voice do have a voice, and they can say, you will never ever do this again in our name.
And Alicia just sent us a wonderful gift the last
Yes.
2 days. We'd already decided what was going on the CD, obviously, because we only had a few days to spare. And suddenly we got, you talk about your beautiful, beautiful song that you just sent us.
Yeah, my song just came very suddenly on Friday, and here we are, is it Monday?
Monday.
Yes.
Yeah. Gosh.
So that was a bit of a learning curve, and I don't know where it comes from, but it came.
It arrived.
It's beautiful. It's like a protest song from the 60s. It's
Which
just
is-
very
which is-
haunting and
yes.
very poignant.
I like the title as well. It's just called Mr. Blair.
And it takes us back to all those days when we were young and when we were, all of us were protesting. I think in those days, us old biddies, we're still standing here, we're counted, we're fighting not from the generation that we gave birth to, but even the generation after that. And we're saying to them, you cannot let this happen to other people. Stand up and be counted. And all of you say, not one bullet, not one rifle, not one plane, nothing
And
shall
not
be sent
in our name.
Not in our name.
Not in our name, definitely.
Not in our name. Say it together. Not in our name. Tell us.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you very much.